Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung, Jerry Hurston Jr., Nomar Garciaparra. The Dodgers are able to salvage a split in this four-game series in Colorado. Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas, they combined to go 7 for 7 with 3 home runs. Dalton Rushing filling in at first base for Freddie Freeman, hits a pair of home runs. And on the mound, Justin Robleski follows up that 8 shutout inning performance against the New York Mets. 7 strong innings tonight, Jerry. And it's going to be maybe not the happiest flight to San Francisco, but a happier flight now that they won.
Yeah, it's going to be happy. Well, listen, Robo really set the tone on the mound. Outstanding job once again. Strike thrower, commanding that strike zone. Outstanding job moving the fastball around, down, and also the breaking ball to the offense. Miggy Rowe, Max Muncy, and how about Dalton Rushing? Fun to watch.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be a happy flight because, okay, yeah, if you look at it as a whole, did you want to split over there? No, you wanted to win this series. But at the same time, this is the way you finished the series. Robleski, outstanding. Tremendous performance once again. The way he was attacking hitters really was impressive all night. And then the offense up and down, came, scored some runs. This is what you're supposed to do in Colorado. Yeah. They got the job done.
Miguel Rojas, what a night for him. 3 for 3, a home run, his 1,000th major league hit. And right now he's standing by with Kirsten Watson.
Miggy, you had yourself quite a day at the plate. 3 hits, including a home run. When you look at just the results, and it felt like you and Max Muncy together got Jose Quintana out of this game. What were you seeing from him? What led to the results you had today?
Yeah, I mean, I just credit everything to my preparation against left-handed pitching. I know my role on this team, and just being ready for the opportunity as always. It's pretty cool. Something that I accomplished today, getting to 1,000 hits in my career, is something that I mark on my calendar for this year. So pretty cool, personal, kind of accomplished, but at the end of the day, the most important part was like winning this game with the boys banging at the play and Robleski throwing the ball really well.
You've been in this league for 13 years. When you mentioned that 1,000th career hits, that is a huge number. What does that mean to you, and just when you look at your career as a whole?
Yeah, it means a lot because I received an opportunity 13 years ago by this organization, especially remembering this special ballpark, because that's when I got my first hit, and all it takes was an opportunity. You know, playing in the big leagues is the first goal that everybody have, but then you started like putting more goals in your career, and definitely this opportunity for me to come back here in Colorado, and this is a special place for me and my family, just remembering everything that happened 13 years ago, and now getting the opportunity to do this here, it means a lot.
I want to go back to you and Max Muncy and the tag team duo that you were today. How do you guys feed off of each other?
Yeah, I think Max and I built a relationship ever since I got here. When I got traded, he got really good words from me, from the other side, you know, when I used to play in Miami. But now that we have the opportunity to spend a lot of time together, we created this bond, and he's like my brother, you know, and I'm really proud of him for playing all 4 games here. It's not easy to play in Colorado this many games, but he was ready for the chance, and he stepped up really big for us, knowing that we have a couple guys down. So I'm really happy for months, and we continue to do that. We're going to keep winning games.
And who made the 2-step dance over here in the dugout?
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing that celebration for a couple years now, that we dance a little bit. I feel it's all fun, you know. We're just trying to keep it loose. We know each other really well, and I'm happy for him.
Miguel, you started your career with the Dodgers in number 72. You're back in it with your 1,000th career hit. Congratulations on a remarkable night and achievement.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, what a great night for Miguel Rojas, waving to some fans there. Hit his first home run since, yes, the game-tying home run in Game 7 of the World Series, and also 1,000 career hits now for Miguel Rojas. A chance to really appreciate what has been an outstanding career for him.
I remember my last year in spring training with the Dodgers, my last season. Miguel Rojas was a guy who was up and down. He didn't make it to the big leagues that year, made it the following year, 14. But I remember everybody talking about this guy just can't hit. He could flat out pick it. He put on a show defensively. He worked extremely hard to make sure he could be a productive hitter, and he's now an above-average hitter, and dare I say, one of the clutch hitters we've seen the last several years. You saw it last year in the World Series, and I'll tell you what, the way he has developed and brought along his swing over the years, he stays back, he fires his hands, an old-school approach, low-line drives, and what's wrong with this? What's wrong with a hard knock for his 1,000th hit? You get 1,000 hits in the big leagues, you're doing something.
Listen, Miggy Rowe, when he's came up through the Dodgers, and then he goes over to Florida Marlins. The different roles that he had to take, right? You come up as a youngster, you're learning from the veterans, you're just trying to stay in the big leagues, you're trying to show that you can stay there, not only from the defense spot, but also from the hitting spot. Then you go over to the Florida Marlins, and then you get an opportunity, and then he becomes a leader. Not only does he become a leader, he becomes a vital part of that lineup as well in order to, so he knows what he has to do. And he's not a guy who's the power hitter as far as like the guy you expect in the middle of your lineup. But he didn't look to do that. He looked to say, I'm going to be the guy who can get the job done. When the game is telling me I'm supposed to do, whether I have to move the guy over, I got to move him over. If I have to do a sacrifice bunt, I'm going to sacrifice bunt. If I'm going to do a safety, whatever is asked, I'm going to get the job done. And then he comes over to the Dodgers after being a leader and a central part of that offense over there in Florida. And then he comes over here to the Dodgers and then now goes, okay, now what's my role? I take on a whole nother role. I'm not playing every single day. I'm not necessarily the leader or the main guy in there, but I am still a leader in my own way to make sure everybody's ready. How do I help every single teammate of mine be better so they're prepared at the same time? And then when I'm called upon, I'm supposed to get the job done and whatever the game's asking. And that's what we've seen since he put that Dodger uniform back on.
His leadership, and the one thing that just really shocks me, especially watching Major League Baseball throughout, they have gone away, teams have gone away with veteran guys in the clubhouse. That is a travesty. Absolute travesty. When you get to the big leagues, you need, you have your coaches, you have your managers, you have front office staff. You need guys in that clubhouse that are playing, that are veteran guys that have done it before, that have failed, that have succeeded, failed again. Miggy Rowe has done wonders for Pages. Other rookies, whether it's the pitching staff or everyday players or guys who just coming off the bench. Task Hernandez.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie
Short.
Yes. And then you see teams that are struggling throughout Major League Baseball. You look at their team, there's nobody above 33 years old. That is insane. Playing in the big leagues, it's so hard every single night. And that's another advantage the Dodgers have in a lot of ball clubs. They got a lot of veteran guys. So when times get tough, you got veteran guys. Hey, man, everything's going to be all right. Yeah. Pages, everybody struggling. Remember last year, early part, Pages was struggling. Set him down. Miggy Rowe, veteran guys. No. Hey, guys struggle all the time. Let him go through the storm. He needs to learn how to struggle because this is the big leagues. This is the final step. And now look where Pages is at. Because he had veteran guys around him to teach him. And you see other teams around the league with young guys struggling. They got no veteran to talk to. Who are you going to talk to? What have you done in the big leagues? It's insane to me that clubs kind of throw away, cast aside the guys that are 35, 36 years old. You need veteran guys in that clubhouse.
Yeah, and it seems like what we've seen, the success that the Dodgers have had for such a long period of time, is even when some of those veterans are gone, they know how to replenish with the right type of veteran like that. They keep getting somebody else, whether they're trading, whether they sign them, whatever it is. They understand the importance of having someone like that in the clubhouse.
And you mentioned it, Jerry, when Miguel Rojas was first called up, a lot of people wondered whether he would ever hit. If someone would have told you back then that he would have 1,000 hits in the big leagues, most people would say not a chance for Miguel Rojas, but that's just how much better he got throughout his career. One guy who's probably not excited to hop on the plane, go to San Francisco, to leave Colorado, is this guy, Max Muncy. Look what he did in this series in Colorado, going 10 for 17, the 4 homers. He had a pair of multi-homer games to bookend this 4-game wraparound series, knocked in 5 runs, and boy, just Max Muncy continues to do damage. You look where he's at right now, Nomar for the season, hitting over 300. He has 8 bombs on the season.
We've talked about his swing from the beginning of the season till now. It has not changed. We talked about how much we liked his swing, what we've seen during batting practice, everything about it. And it is paying off. He mentioned about hitting 300 this year. He is capable of doing that. And by using all fields, that's going to help you achieve that goal of hitting 300. And the more you're making contact with his power, he's going to hit more home runs. It's just going to go out. See, he's going to miss missing Colorado, jumping on the plane. He's going to San Francisco, where he likes to hit in the ocean. So I think he's going to be okay as well. So that's another good thing. But regardless of wherever it is, just the way he is swinging right now, just his bat path, his approach, everything about it is spot on. I think he understands that. Kirsten does an excellent job talking to him and saying that his elbow also, just his mindset of being healthy and feeling healthy and just taking off and letting it go. And the Dodgers are getting the dividends for it.
Max has been here for quite some time. I think that was the first time, was a couple weeks ago, where he says, I want to hit 300. You know, we know Max is a slug guy. He hits for a lot of power. He's a clutch guy. But for him to say, I want to hit 300, it just puts it out there, and it puts it on himself that, hey, man, I want a goal hitting 300. I want that out there so I can try to achieve that. He's hitting left-handed pitching a lot better this year, which tells me he's staying inside the ball and not trying to get too big. And as a result, he's having better contact, and the balls are leaving the yard.
Yeah, here by April 20th, already has as many home runs against left-handed pitching this year as he did all of last year. As we take a look at the Dodgers home run leaders for the season, Max Muncy leading the way with 8. A lot of people would be surprised that Dalton Rushing would be second on the team in home runs at this point in the season. He has 7 now. Shohei Ohtani, Andy Pages have 5, and then Teo with his 4 home runs. And speaking of Dalton Rushing, Jerry, 2 more home runs in this game, getting a chance to start at first base. He has 27 at-bats total for the year. He has 7 home runs and 27 at-bats.
I mean, it just goes to show that this kid really came into spring training on a mission to whatever at-bats they're going to give me. I know I have to back up Will Smith, who's America's catcher. I'm going to take advantage of my opportunities, and boy, has he taken advantage of those opportunities. I love the balance of his swing, not trying to do too much. See the taco, that swing? How about the pull power? Breaking ball down in his happy zone, into the bullpen. He hits it the other way. He'll do it pull side. It doesn't matter. This kid continues to stay balanced, and that's a short, compact, powerful swing.
I really like his first home run. You know, that second home run, left-handers, they love it down it, and we know that. That's usually their happy zone. Then so pitchers want to stay away from that. Teams want to stay from that for most left-handed hitters. So what do? You go away. You got to force the batter to prove that you have to go maybe try to get back in there. And he did exactly that. So I really like the first one going the other way. I hope he watches that on loop, because you also look at his at-bats throughout the game prior to that home run. He had a couple of strikeouts as well, swinging down. He was chasing. They were going down. They were kind of coming down and burying him, and he was kind of chasing at that. Instead, he made the adjustment, stayed on it, and went the other way, because it's really easy to get pull happy when you're struggling, and especially since you've struck out already twice. So you get that home run, that line drive the other way, and then all of a sudden they come back to that area, your happy zone, and you put on another good swing. Great job just overall of the game to be able to get those 2 home runs.
When he was at AAA a couple years ago, we heard the comps for him. They were Kyle Schwarber, and we thought, okay, we saw him last year, his first taste in the big leagues, and he struggled quite a bit. But what we're seeing right now is very Kyle Schwarber-esque. Granted, it's only 27 at-bats early on this season. Let's go back to Colorado. Dave Roberts right now with Kirsten and the media.
Well, Dave, first, Justin Robleski. I mean, 7 innings, 1 run.